Hello, hello, hello. So, I just did a sound check, a sound test, and appears my new equipment is working. This will make things a little better, and I'm hoping that this will eliminate the bad sound I get occasionally on some videos where it's just like thumping and clicking or whatever that noise is that I didn't understand. I've just got a different mic. It's not a clip-on. It's actually on a headset, and I think that will make it a lot better. So I'm hoping that has improved my sound. Now I'm back to I'm just sharing this with you partly to test this, and I'm testing another storage device and a couple of things that you don't really care about, but I'm trying to build a fun game, a nice game with some different things, and I want to have a few followers in it, not too many, but just a couple of fun ones that I like. So bear with me. I'm going to be downloading a couple of mods here. Let's see. Is this the one that I like? Okay, so that's the replacer I like. So we'll download that. That's great. And then we want the follower. And we'll download this. These are two little mods that gives you a prettier Elisif, and it gives you a follower. Now you can do this one, but this one's bigger, and I really don't see much difference in it and the little one, honestly. Maybe it's because I'm playing on an Xbox, maybe it's because I'm old and don't see well, but I just don't see much difference. I'm just telling you. Okay, so now there is another one that I like is one of the JWD ones that I always enjoy, and that's Siri. So we're going to see if we can find her. Let's see, this is, where's the one? Can't tell. Is this is non-standalone. I think this is the one. This is non-standalone, excludes, right. Now this one actually doesn't give you a next theme problem either, just so you know, because there's no texture in this head, which is great. Maybe I shouldn't say that too loud, but I can just tell you this is the best one. The others are all good though. It just depends on what you like. So there's her, and there's, let's see if I can remember how to do this. It's something like this, and that's going to give us Shaw. No, I did not get that right. Okay. How about that? Will that give me anything? No. Well, I thought it was YU. Try that. Try UE. Oh, it's just YUIH. So see, I messed it up now. There's two really nice ones here at least. And that is, this one is really super nice. These are good too. Not putting them down. These are all good. But I really like Shaw the best. I do. I like Shaw the best. But all these are good, and this one's another really good one. But I'm not going to include her because I'm just including a few for fun. Let me see. If I have room, I might include one of my all-time favorites that I never use anymore because the file's kind of big, and not really big, but it's kind of big for what I'm using because I'm trying to keep it down to smaller files, leave room for more fun stuff, and that's what I'm doing here. And it's okay if you think it's a little crazy, but that's alright. So opulent outfits. Did I include, I just thought of something else. Did I include the Magical College of Winterhold? I've got to go check on that because I don't think I did. Now this is the Elisif replacer Takata. This is one of those replacers that has to go down here. It doesn't work otherwise. I don't remember why. Matter of fact, I don't think I ever knew why, but it has to be down there. Now this is a follower file. As a matter of fact, all my followers, I usually put them here. This is where I'm adding people to the game. Now this is the replacers. up here, and this is where I add people. And I just do the replacers and then I add people. I just have my own logical thought process, and from what I can tell, it doesn't much matter. If you find something that conflicts, you're going to have to deal with it regardless. So it's just one of those things. And some people would put followers in a different place, but I don't have any issue with it. So alright, so here's our followers. You might remember, if you're seeing all this in order, you may not see all this in order. It depends on how I get to release these. I may actually release the load order video before you see all this behind the scenes stuff. And the reason for that is that somebody asked for that load order video. So I'm really trying to do that. I'm really trying to accomplish that for them. And it just takes time, just like there is another thing I need to do for someone, and I haven't caught to it yet, and I am trying to get there. Some weeks I guess are going to be like this, where it takes longer than others. I do apologize for that. When you make a request, I do try to fulfill it as soon as I can, and it's a lot based on work and other things, but in this case I was caught in the middle of doing this. So darker iron, that's okay. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some fun shields. These are good shields, and there's Viking shields that are good, but these are nice. Let's see, how big is the Viking shields? Could I include both, or would it be too much? What about these? What's this? Shield imports. Ooh, big, kind of a big file, but bro, do you even block? You know, I tend to just smack them in the face. I don't tend to block that much. I think I just smack them. So those are two good size shield mods, which I don't mind that. Let me look. There was a Viking shields that used to be out here, and I may have to look for it in particular on purpose. Here we are. Viking shield set. How big is it? It's not a big mod at all. And it has some very nice shields. Unique light shields. This is small. What is this? Oh, okay. So they tried to create some light versions of those shields. Well, that's okay. That's cool. And I need to find some cool weapons. I was thinking about weapon mods, but the ones I remember that I liked was like arming swords and something else. Like there's a bow I really like. I'm trying to decide on these shields. How much space do I want to put into shields? I have that much space left. Do I want... That's a pretty big mod for shields. Even though I like the idea of those. Look at those. They look pretty cool. But I think I'm going to go with... the Game of Thrones shields, because I like those. Those all look nice. And then to go with that as some other little shields to complement that, I'm going to go with the Viking shields. And I think that's all I'm going to do for shields, because I got to... I got to maintain discipline a little bit and not download too much stuff. But I can tell you both of these shield mods are good. So then I need to find some... There was some cool... Maybe I'll find the bow first, because there were some cool bows too. I'm trying to remember, there was special... I think there was a special Nightingale weapon set. And there was a special... I'm having a hard time remembering everything. I've used so many mods over the past, and it's hard to remember everything. But I'm trying to build something that will be fun here, and it'd be fun. Like, I know I'm not going to get to play in it very long because I have stuff to do, but I'm just trying to build something that will be fun, and if you see it, it'll be something fun to look at. And it gives me an actual load order that's worth showing you. Sometimes my load order isn't very good because I don't have a lot to show you. So let's look up. Let's look up Nightingale. Now, as long as I don't misspell this, we should be okay. Now, there's a lot of stuff out here for nightingales, so you have to bear with me. Really? Did I misspell it? Do they spell it differently in the game? Maybe that's the problem. Or maybe I just misspelled it. Maybe it's with an I, Nightingale? I wouldn't have thought so. Let's see. There's some cool stuff here I need to look at. But I'm going to have to do that after we get this situated. Let's see, do we have some weapons? Let me go down to some weapons. Let's see if there's any cool weapons. There probably are. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's something new from Nord War. Oh, it's really big. Oh my goodness. What all is in here? Adds 5 armor sets from The Witcher 3. Oh my goodness. Oh, I bet those are cool. Look at that. Well, I don't have a place for that in my current game. Is that Nord War's work? Let me look and see. Is this The Witcher 3 Earthshine? Oh, what, it doesn't say. No, it's originally by someone else. Okay, then it's not part of my Nord War. See, I'm trying to do kind of a Nord War theme. I am adding other stuff, though, as you can see. But only as I feel is appropriate. Cathedral landscapes. Why do we have 2 landscapes? This is 182, and that is huge. Okay, that answers that question. There's a lot of cool options when it comes to landscapes and things out here. Definitely you want to keep your eye open for stuff like that, because there's always cool new stuff coming out here. Let's look for weapons. I want to find some weapons, dudes. Come on, I know we have. Somewhere we have a category that says weapons. I know we do. Come on. Ah, there we go. That's a katana. That's okay. Bone set. There's some stuff. Not what I'm looking for, dudes. No. No. So this might take a few minutes. I apologize if this is boring for you, but I really want to see if I can find. I used to use some different weapons that I liked, and I would be happy to find even just a few of them. It would be fine. Doesn't have to be everything, just enough so that I have a good representation of things. That's an okay sword, but I seem to remember you couldn't upgrade it. Oh, the steel urchin. Now that was a good weapon. That was, I don't know if y'all remember that. It was simple and fun. It's a good weapon. It's a good mace if you wanted a mace like that. Kind of a spiky mace. It's very good. Let's see. Oh, I'm not finding what I wanted. Well, we could do the steel urchin. Doc steel urchin is an option. Let's see. Is there anything down here truly unique weapons? This is a test upload. We're not going to play around with that just yet. Let's see. Is there something else down here? Well, I wanted to get some cool swords to go with my hammer, but I guess if worst comes to worst, I can always. Wasn't there a Nord bow, or I think there was a Nord bow that I liked really well too, but I thought there was a special Nightingale bow. I really wanted to try that again. Actually, I've used it before, so I shouldn't say try it. I really wanted to use it again. Alright, so this didn't work. I must be using the wrong spelling for nightingale somehow. I don't know how this would come up though. Does this even say nightingale? It does say nightingale. I wonder if I misspelled it though. Nonetheless, let's try a couple of other searches. Let's do... This is probably going to find stuff I don't want to see, but just give me a chance here. Let's see if we see anything like I'm looking for. Elite Daedric bow. No, no. Well, Bound bow, lost enchantments, no. The knee seeker, I liked that. I thought that was funny. And rainbow, ha 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 ha. Alright, Svart bow, I don't know what that's about, but okay. Let's see. Crossfire, Thane Weapons Reborn, okay. The Reaper Weapon Kit. Weapons for Byzantine, Imperials. Alright, so I did not find what I'm looking for. Hold on a second. Maybe it was a Nord bow. So just pardon me for a minute. That was one of the best bows. And I think I removed a lot of things from my game. Better shaped bows. There was a Nordic bow or Nord. I can't remember the exact name, but I could probably go look it up and find it. You know, I don't think I ever understood what this does for you. Oh, I see. It kind of tries to round that out. It tries to make some nicer shapes. Okay. I may have to think about that. Anyway. How big is the SMM? It's pretty big. That's why I don't use it. It's so big. It's hard for me to justify using it. Goom weapons. I don't know what that's about. That's okay. Heroic weapons. Wait, the Valiant Nord bow. There we go. Now that's like my favorite bow. So I think I misspelled nightingale. So let's go back and let me spell that correctly, because I think that's our problem. I think I misspelled it. There's no other way that would be like that. Nightingale. It must be a misspelling on my part. Oh yeah, well see, even this thing agrees that I'm a doofus and I did not spell it correctly. Ta-da! So let's see if we can find that other set, and then I'm going to look for maybe, I don't know if, oh wait, is this it? Yes. This is a little shield and sword set that is very nice. It's very cool. It's worth the 20 meg in my opinion. You don't have to agree. I just like it. Alright, so how are we doing? Oh, we got plenty of space still. Now I need some swords. I know I had arming swords. Let's take a look at that and see if I'm still interested in this. It's not too big. It gives you 12 nice swords. And they are pretty cool, and it does give you something. I was under the impression I had something else, though, that was also very cool. But maybe this with the Nightingale Forever would be sufficient. Maybe it was some katanas. Hold on, before we download this, do I have anything else to download? Probably not. This is probably the finishing touches unless I think of something else I've forgotten. So, I'll tell you what, it's only 34 and we have plenty of room. Let's go ahead and download it, and then I'm going to look at katanas. I think there were some katana swords or something like that that I really liked. Maybe that's what I'm trying to remember, because I always like the blade sword. It looks kind of like a katana sword, and you can't see me, and I made motions with my hands for no reason, but that's okay. I'm just crazy that way sometimes. Alright, katanas. Let's look at katanas. I think there was at least one or more katanas that I liked. Let's see. Now, I haven't seen this one, and I have no idea how good it is. This mod adds a new weapon that can be obtained at Bright Wind Point. Also made it craftable under Elven. Thank you. Requires the Arcane Black. I don't mind that at all. That's fine. Brand new mod released today, 17 October. Alright. So this was Wikwa. Wikwa has been doing some work lately. I meant to think about that. Weapons of the Shogunate. Did I like this? I think we might have done a little thing on this. This has a lot of stuff. Right. So I'm going to think about that too, because that has some stuff. What about this? Did I like this? Three versions of the mod, a straight one, a slightly curved, and a more, well, sword. Three versions of the sword in the mod, sorry. Straight one, slightly curved, and more curved. They can all be crafted at the forge. Those looked nice. Katana crafting. Oh, was this the one? This is 20 megabytes. You can craft them from. You need appropriate perks for each. Katanas are of speed. So the wakizashi do a little less damage, but they're faster. That looks interesting. I'm sorry, it takes me a minute to look through and see what I want. Now, I know I had the Highlander katanas at one point. Yeah, I had the Highlander katanas. Those were okay. Master katana, but there's... Oh, okay, there you go. Simple weapon to the game, unenchanted and craftable and upgradable. Well, I like something like that. Now enchantable. That's like my type of typo. Now enchantable. Alright. Maybe I should just do that one. I would like that one. I mean, if it's anything, if it truly holds true to, if it holds true to the picture, I'm sure I would like that one. But that looks a little too, I don't know if that's going to be real. You know what I mean? That looks a little too much, doesn't it? That picture makes it look unrealistic. Maybe on a PC it would look like that. let's roll back. What's this? Adds new dwarven dungeon. Okay, alright. Akaviri blades back up. What does that mean? Oh, okay, that means you got some followers. Okay. Samurai mod weapons edition. No, don't want to bother with that right now. I just want something fun. What's this? Oh, that was this again. Okay, I like the idea of crafting these. I don't know if they will look that good. Now, mind you, this is all playtesting. None of this is real yet, okay? This is pretty small, and it's one katana. Is it craftable? Hold on a second. Made it craftable under the forge, under Elven. Okay, so that sounds good. Let's see, 3 versions can be crafted, right? They can all be crafted. You know what? We're going to test these and see which ones we like best. That's the problem that I see here. It's hard for me to make a choice when I haven't seen any of them. I've seen the Highlander katanas, and they're fine. They're fine. But kind of want to see something else. But they are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Tell you what, let's download the Master Katana. We're going to try each one of these. This is going to be, mind you, this is still not like a show. This is just a test. We're just going to try these out. I can also show you the Highlander katanas. Why not, while we're here? And then we'll decide which swords we want to keep out of these katanas. There's katana crafting. This might drive you crazy to see so many katanas, but I just want to see. I mean, really, I would be happy with just one good katana, but if that one mod works where you have all the different katanas, that could be fun too. Alright, so is everybody downloaded? Yep. And the Weapons of the Shogunate, I have done that before, so I'm not going to do it again. It does a lot more than just give you some swords. It adds a lot of stuff, which maybe that would make that worthwhile, because it does add a lot of stuff. But most of the weapons still work the same as a sword, though. There's really not a huge difference, but it does give you some good variety. I'm about to talk myself into it. Yeah, I don't know. I think this one's going to end up being the winner, probably, but let's go ahead. Let's download Weapons of the Shogunate. I'm pretty sure I did a show on this a while back. It's pretty cool. But that won't stop me from testing it again. Alright, so we got all those weapons down here to look at, and we're trying to decide what we're going to keep. I hope I did not overdo my... I have a tendency to overdo the number of mods, and then I get that funky error I don't like. So if I hit that, I may remove some of these, just so you know. So, alright, so the bow, the Valiant Nord bow is really good. And the Nightingale Forever stuff is good. Does it come with a bow? I thought it came with a bow. No, it doesn't. The bow, I think the Nightingale bow is something else. There is another bow, special bow mod that's very cool. It might still be down in work in progress though, and I can't remember the name of it, and that makes it really hard to find. I can find it on the PC, so maybe I'll look for it later. So we're going to go in and we're going to look at these swords and see what we think. So this is still playtesting, but I wanted some weapons. I think I have everything about the way I want it. I can't think of anything. Oh wait, the Magical College of Winterhold. I gotta make sure I get that. So give me a minute. I'm going to go make sure I get that downloaded. We'll just try each of these out and see what we think of them. Maybe I should make a new person and just see what we think of stuff. But kind of, maybe, I don't know, I kind of hate to make a new person right off the bat. But then I haven't really tried any of these, so... Because to make a new person, I've got to go through the process of getting their skills up so they can craft everything. So it's not a big pain, but it does take some time. How much time do I have? I could do that, but I wouldn't get anything else done. So I'm going to consider it. But for right now, I think I'm going to pop in on maybe Charity, because on her I can make a few changes that would be very similar. If we really like the katanas, I will probably let the arming swords go. But as far as weapon mods go, I don't really like huge weapon mods usually. I like to get some nice little weapons and go with that. So this will give us plenty to play around with and see what we like. I'll just show you the Highlander katanas, because I know I did something on them a long time ago, but who knows if we could even find that now. I have like, what is it, 12 or 1400 videos out there, so it's not always easy to find my old videos, and I admit that it's not, unless I find it and give you a link for it. It can be a challenge. Alright, so we got all those, so let me look. I don't think I have the Magical College of Winterhold, and we really need that to complete our game look the way I want everything to look. Yes, okay, so we need to get that. So we'll just say college. There we go. That'll work. There's usually not, well, I was going to say there's usually not too many mods that have the word college in it, but obviously that has changed over time. Does it still in my favorites? Hold on, let's go down to my favorites. Used to, I had it in my favorites, and it was pretty easy to find. I had to make room for other things, I guess, so I don't have it in my favorites. Oh, too bad. Okay. That's alright, that happens. Oh, that's my library. Wrong thing, sorry. Bear with me. Oh, no, that's Noble. Noble Skyrim. I'm tempted to try some of those out sometime. I don't know what they did here. These mods aren't too big. Now, it could be when you combine it all together, it's still pretty big, but it would be interesting to see what they did. And is this their, yeah, this is their SMIM or SMIM, and it's not too big, still pretty big. Let's see, Magical College of Winterhold. Oh yeah, and Mighty Dragons. We have to have Mighty Dragons. That completes your game, because you have to have a Fearsome Dragon mod. It's just not right otherwise. Really? Maybe I better do Magical College. Because the problem is, the College of Winterhold, if you don't do something to it, it's kind of plain. You know, Bethesda didn't really do a lot with it. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like Winterhold. Winterhold is really a disappointment. It's nothing but... wait, am I saying the right one? Winterhold. Yes, Winterhold is nothing but just, you know, a terribly tore up place. That's magical staves and staves. What does that do for you? Update to reflect recent update to Magical College of Winterhold. This is an add-on to Magical College of Winterhold. Okay, a small upgrade to the staves and staffs. I know they're the same thing. It's a tongue-in-cheek title. Okay, well that's fine. I don't mind that. Crafted with different recipes. Okay, well I'm not really worried about that. What is this? Oh, that's an EL. Okay, that's a patch. Ah, here we go. Magical College. Woo, finally. Immersive College NPCs. Oh. Well, anyway. I like the magical. Oh, wait, that's the French version. I probably don't want the French version just because it will be hard for my brain to wrap around it. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Let's download. We need that. Oh, and there was something else. Something about ends. I used to have a little mod that changed the ends, and it was fun. And I liked it. It gave you unique ends. Because I'm just making this just as for fun. Now, I wasn't going to do anything with the interior lighting to change it. I don't know if we should do something like that or not. I really don't know the difference it makes. I should try something. Now, there's inns and taverns, modified inns and city. No, it's something like, I think it's something like this, but it's different. It's like unique. Modified inns. I don't think that's it. Inns and taverns, unless they, no wait, small modified inns. Let me see if this is it. This might be it. Small modified inns. Okay, Braidwood, Frozen Hearth, and there was a little change for the compatibility. This mod changes inns which have the same interior from each other into small as little, and these inns are still simple, but now you can distinguish each inn. Right, now you can't use, I can tell you, if you use anything that modifies your ends, you can't use this mod. It is a fun mod though. I'll have to really look and see, do I have anything that modifies ends? Because it does change each inn. And I think it's very nice. Oh, and I forgot. Okay, so I forgot about the population stuff. See, I keep remembering things that I have forgotten. So I'm going to think about this for a minute. I can't get any of the winches back, which is too bad. And I used to use this, but if you have Ashara's Merchants, you don't really need this. It's an interesting thing, though. It's a good one. You could use one or the other. I would really not suggest to use both. It just doesn't seem very useful. I think this one's probably the best. Though the other one is fine. I'm not putting it down. They're slightly different from each other. Alright, so there's our friend from Dragon Age. You might remember him. Let's see. So I was just thinking of the Genesis and the population mods now, and the Mighty Dragons. So let me look for Mighty Dragons first. I'm probably going to get another bunch of them. Mighty Dragons. Here we go. This is the one I like, and you'll notice it was in my favorites. I could have just found it. But that's okay. Now you'll notice I just had my dehumidifier come on, and I'm going to have some noise like that. I can't do anything about that. But overall, I was just hoping my sound would be better with a new mic, and with it not being clipped on or touching anything. You know, I had to get some new stuff here anyway, so I was hoping that would be better. Alright, so we did that. Genesis is usually what I use. There's two mods that I really liked that I used. Now I never could get this to work for me because it was so intense that I couldn't use it. That's just for me, it was just too intense. But I was using the surface spawns. I didn't have them spawn out of the water like that, but that's not impossible. And then I had this. Now let's see. So with Mighty Dragons, I had that. What else? Because I was thinking of something else I was going to look at, should I look at interior lighting? I've never done an interior light mod. I don't know which one's the best. And I don't know if there's one that does an excellent job. Does the Cathedral? I use Cathedral and it has something about interior lighting, but this is interior lighting in FX. Darker dungeons, colder, less saturated, darkness very slightly. Have more natural and man-made light sources, so only slightly darker where suited. Recommend, if you want a full-on lighting mod, recommend Elfix Interiors. Yeah. Oh wait, this is it. Incredible Small Inn Overhaul. I think this is it. Yeah, Incredible Small Inn. This was the one. Not that other one. I think this is it. Because it was incredible. Get it? It's a bad pun. Alright, we'll download this one and get rid of the other one. Or actually, hold on. Let's delete that for a second. Let me go down and find that other one. And I'll remove it. See, this was my problem in the past. See, I can't resist all these mods. So I end up with too many mods. And it creates that problem you're seeing right there where I get the weird image. But it's worth it to have these mods. It is. Most of these mods add something fun for me that makes it worthwhile. Now, you have to make your own choices as far as this goes. You can bang right up to the limit of 150 mods, and I have been able to run with 150 mods using the type of layout I'm using right here, right now. So, for those who, I won't say it's perfect because I always switch things in and out, and I was starting to do my shows back then, and as I would change things in and out, it would sometimes give me trouble because I'm always moving things in and out. So what we'll do with this is we'll start a new, I guess what we'll do is we'll start a new game with this for fun. Now I usually keep this down around I was considering this like a spawn, and I think I was keeping this, I think I was keeping it around here. Because this just spawns people in. You could probably put it up in the game changes, really. Might make more sense. And I include a lot of things in game changes that some people wouldn't necessarily agree with, but that's okay. We'll live. We can agree to disagree. I just have my own way of doing things, and if this doesn't work out, then I can try adjusting them. I never had them down in patches. At one point I had them down around as far as merchants because it adds people to your game, But I'm going to consider this more of a game change now, I think. So I'm going to put it up higher, and we'll see how that does for us. Alright, so we did that. We did the other. And this is the trouble I always get into, just like I said. I always get too many mods going because I find so many things that I like this. Alright, so Cathedral Weathers and Seasons. I'm using that. Does that do anything really for the interior light? It has an interior thing that I can kind of use. Is that okay? So, simply better lighting. I don't want just simply darker stuff. By the way, that's a fun little ship. It's fun to play around with. I did a video on that a long time ago. Should I just look up enhanced lights and FX? Is that what I should do? What language is that? It's not my language. Enhanced lights and FX. Alright, so if we do weathers, that's exteriors. This is what? Has the goal to create more dramatic and realistic mood to Skyrim lights by adding lights to all sources, moving any light without a source, as well as addition many more effects like smoke, adds candle smoke, darker and smoky taverns. Interior fog to be darker, you should use one of the following modules. Pick only one. Darkens the interiors. Oh, the enhancer darkens the interiors, so I probably don't want that. There's mods and there's weather and exteriors. What does this do? Tweaks the weather, lighting, and colors. Reduce intense. It's not very big. I'm not sure about that. This is pretty big. Would it be worth the lighting? Weather and exterior modules. I do not recommend using this with other interior lighting mods. You can use it with mods that change weather and exterior lighting, but not interior. See, I don't know if I can use that with Cathedral, because Cathedral offers something for your interior lighting. Matter of fact, let's come back here for a minute. Oh, I wonder if I need this with that. Do you see that? It says it has 8K nights. Well, let's see. Let me just look at this, please. The following authors contributed to this mod. Consider that modifications have been made, and this mod does not necessarily reflect the author's original works. This includes the smooth sky mesh. Resolution too. It does really make your clouds and stuff look really good. Okay, interior vision alters brightness indoors, so that's all it seems to do. Now I question if I even need this. 8K night skies, stars and galaxies. Do I need this then? Turning it off. We'll see if we need it or not. So bear with me. I think I'm gonna try to download that, and let's see if we can use this. Bear with me. I've never used it before. This could be earth-shattering. I could just, you know, totally wreck my game. But let's just try it. We'll put it below. I think we'll put it below Cathedral and see if it will just handle that interior lighting for us to make it cool. I don't necessarily want it to be a lot darker, so we'll see how it looks. I can't think of anything else that my game would need at this point. I mean, you could always add more stuff, but at some point you got to call it. I think at this point I'm ready to call it. So let's put the Incredible up here where it goes. Now this is a small N overhaul, and I do replacers and then additions. That's just the way I started doing things a long time ago. I put my replacers and then I do my new stuff. It was a logical thought process. If I'm going to replace something, go ahead and replace it. And then if you're adding stuff, let those additions happen afterwards so that there's less chance, I hope, of a conflict. Now, logically, you could take that the other way too, I bet. Alright, so sorry about that. I was trying to silence my phone, and I thought I could just mute myself and silence it, and that would be better. But we'll see how that... Okay, accidentally muted myself again. Sorry about that. That time was truly an accident. I don't even know if I should have a mute button. I don't know if I'm trustworthy. Anyway, I do like this new headset. It seems pretty comfortable. I feel like I'm getting a headache, though. That kind of blows. Okay, so Cathedral, weather. We're going to put this... I don't know if this is the right way to do it or not. But if I don't put this lower, will Cathedral weathers and seasons mess with it? That's a good question. See, I don't know. It is the bigger mod. I don't know why. Right, okay, I'm going to put that there, and I'm still going to let Cathedral weathers and seasons let me brighten it up. And I don't know if I'm even going to need this at all. So we'll see how that goes. Now you'll notice with all the crazy things I've done, I'm sure that I have messed up my mod space so that there's a bunch of non-contiguous space. Little chunks laying around not being used. But we have totally redone this. This should be an interesting thing to mess around with for a few minutes before I do a load order. So I'm going to hop out and I'm going to come back in and we're going to go... Unless I think of something else, we're going to go and try to play this for a little while and just see what we get into, okay? Alright. Well, for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a few minutes after I do a good reset.